good, yo? Fats here with another banger. Hey, dog, gotta react to Skip and Shannon today. The NFL season's finally over. The Cheifs with the Super Bowl, bro. Obviously, we've been reacting to Skip and Shannon every Monday. Actually, last week we reacted to them a couple more days. We'll still continue every Monday. We'll still react to Skip and Shannon every Monday, whatever the best segments are. Maybe during the week if there's some good stuff. Obviously, with the NFL season being over, obviously they still do basketball, and we'd like to hear what they say about basketball. But we were on every Monday because it was after football. So this is the last one. You see what's Shannon going on right now, bro. Make sure to go check out the reactions from yesterday, bro. I just want to thank y'all before we start again. I said it yesterday, but thank y'all so much for an amazing NFL season. Y'all are amazing with helping out with the support, with the reactions and the comments and all that. Expect so many off-season videos, bro. It's just getting started, man. This is my first year on YouTube. I didn't get to do a full season this year. Obviously, we'll do a full season next year. And like I said, expect so many off-season videos, top 10 lists, free agency, draft, Giants videos. I'm a Giants fan. Just anything that y'all want, let me know. We'll expect a lot of NFL videos for all of you.
I'm not going to allow you to diminish the new GOAT.
The new GOAT?
The new GOAT.
You think Jalen Hurts is already the GOAT? He outplayed Patrick Mahomes yesterday.
I played it what?
Huh?
Huh? You want one?
The GOAT?
I don't know who you're going to turn to now. Tom Brady's retired. Who's your new quarterback? I just need to know.
I'll take the guy who outplayed Patrick Mahomes yesterday.
Skip, don't do that. Skip, don't do that. For real, Skip?
Yes, for real.
Oh, my goodness. That was a good game last night with the Skip.
You were very lucky.
I wasn't lucky.
Take another drink.
Take another?
To luck. Let's toast luck for Shannon Sharp. Let's toast bad calls. How about that?
Skip, don't do that, Skip.
Here's to a bad call that marred one of the greatest Super Bowls ever. Congratulations, Shannon.
Go ahead, I'll finish it off.
Yeah. Good.
How you doing today, Skip?
I'm doing great. I can't wait.
Hold up. Where are my 5 cases?
Yeah, well, where are the other 60 you owe me?
No, 60. I didn't even want to bet you. I said, I don't want to bet, Skip, because I know this is the Super Bowl. This is for all the marbles. That's what you tell me. When all the chips are pushed to the center of the table.
Okay. All right.
You see, Jen.
You did. You stole 5 cases yesterday.
Jen,
where'd you go?
We playing this deal with Jen, because we going to double up on Skip today. Look at Jen, what you got on. Look at what I got on. Yeah, you in trouble.
I don't know what it's in honor of. The Chargers?
Well, guys,
is that who you're supposed to be?
Predicted
No Chargers.
it would
No
be
Chargers
a 3-point
today.
game.
Just the greatness of
They
my
both picked a 3-point
homeboy.
game, but my homeboy.
Offensive call for the Eagles. Shannon, should a flag indeed have been thrown?
Yes, it was a flag. James Bradbury admitted
It's tough
as
for
much
me, man.
that he.
I know when James Bradbury admitted it, I was like,
really
damn.
that simple.
Because at first I was like, I didn't think it should have been a flag. But if he's saying that it should have been a flag, then like, who are we to say it's not? Like,
but
what?
if it's late in the ball game, we're not going to throw a penalty because it might impact the ball game. James Bradbury IV impacted the ball game. He got out of position. He knew he was beat, and he held Juju in order for getting to his route. He ran an option route. He released.
He did hold him. It didn't hold him at the end when people thought it was. Like when Juju first topped his route, when like they didn't really show it on TV, he held them a little bit.
But you know what I didn't hear? I remember just 3 years. I think it was 4 years ago, maybe about 5 years ago. Patrick Mahomes' first year. D Ford lined up offside. Tom Brady threw an interception. I didn't hear not one person said, "I can't believe the official threw the flag."
I heard you say it all for like 2.5 hours.
No, I didn't, Skip, because he lined up offside.
Yeah.
If you commit a penalty, it doesn't matter. If I'm in victory formation, I go to take a knee. The defense jumps outside.
It is tough. In the first quarter, you have to make that call, so why don't you make
formation? Skip.
I don't know, man. I personally don't think I would have threw that flag. I didn't see it. I didn't think there was enough.
I grabbed his jersey.
I didn't even think that it was like holding, to be honest. But like, it didn't look like it at least. But
he did not say he grabbed
it did. I think the angles didn't get like. I think the camera angle on this like wasn't good. I mean, if Bradbury said he held him, he held him. You know.
Sorry for the the words of the wordplay.
Yeah.
See now, so you calling James Bradbury a
The
liar?
NFL
Nope,
season's
I'm
over,
not.
man.
So
I appreciate the fact he took the high road and all of the blame.
No.
Yeah.
No. It wasn't no high road. He did that. So let me get this straight. Wells Fargo on Wilshire, between Westwood and Gailey on Wilshire, got robbed. They said, we got robbed. I raised my hand. I robbed the bank. Man, Shannon, they robbed that bank. They shouldn't arrest Shannon Sharp for that. I just told you I robbed the bank. The bank said he got robbed. Carl Shepard. He said, Topu reporter.
Let me know your thoughts, man.
He was
Let
attempting
me
to
know
release to the
your
outside. The
thoughts.
defender grabbed his jersey with his right hand and restricted him from releasing outside. So therefore, defensive holding. It's plain as day. That's what happens, Skip. You don't throw. You cannot be in a situation say the ball game is tied. you know what? It's a flag. It's a penalty, but I'm not going to call it because I don't want
Was
people
Melvin Gordon on the Chiefs, bro? They're saying that he won a Super Bowl.
No, James Bradbury IV impacted the game. He got out of position. He held to keep Juju from beating on the whip route, and that's what happened. It's really that simple, Skip. It's really not that complicated. Yes, it was a very good game. Yes, both teams scored 35 points.
One of the best
I told
games.
you it was going to be a high-scoring game.
Absolutely.
And I went back and looked
amazing
at the
game.
from last
Very
year.
fun to
Remember
watch.
they played last year.
Deserved all the credit.
Threw 5 touchdowns
Great
and 1
game,
interception, and Tyreek went bonkers. So I said, you know what? That defense could be had. I thought it was going to be a 30.
I thought the defense could be had too, for sure.
I was off. It was
35, no doubt about it.
38-35.
There was no doubt in my mind.
I felt that the way these offenses could go up and down the field, it was going to come down to one mistake, Skip. And it was the one mistake was what?
By the referee.
No.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts.
Yo,
because you think about it, Skip. If you got a play clock, the Eagles never snap the ball outside of 5 seconds because they're trying to minimize Patrick Mahomes' time of possession. They know. But I told you, what did I tell you? He don't need the ball long.
No.
He don't need long.
No. One leg out there.
And did another.
One leg out there.
He
had one leg out there, bro. Shit. Yeah, hold it. Shannon, hold that shit. Hold that fucking goat shit. Let's go.
It is now my turn
to
respond to the flag that was thrown.
Stop disrespecting.
Marred one of the all-time great Super Bowls.
It was an all-time great Super Bowl. Like when you, like, it was a great Super Bowl, man. Holy shit, was it a great Super Bowl?
Outplay Patrick Mahomes
Let me tell you,
of having one
last
real shot. Minute and a half left. As hot as his hand was, as great as
let me know your thoughts. What are y'all thinking right now?
On display yesterday, I would not have bet against him, not only to go down and get the tying field goal, because it would have been 38-35 at that point.
Can't wait to hit the off-season videos, man.
I believe he would have gone and scored a touchdown that would have won the game.
I think so, too. I think so, too. I think Hurts was not getting stopped, man.
Cheap flag.
The Chiefs defense didn't do pretty good, though. Like, they didn't do good, but when they had to on that 3rd and 2, and Kadarius Toney got the kick return, punt return, and then obviously the defensive touchdown. Should have had 2 defensive touchdowns, because that Miles Sanders, when you got 2 feet down, you need 2 feet down to get out of bounds, to go out of bounds, right? And that's how Dallas Goedert caught that ball. But when he gets 2 feet down and gets hit right away, it's not a catch. It makes no sense. By the NFL rules, the refs made the right call, but by the NFL rules are stupid.
Blatant fistful of jersey. I don't see it. I don't see it. He touches him with his.
All right, we get it. It's a holding call, bro. Let's go on to the next.
I don't see it. And by the way,
3 minutes
ending at the game. He said, sorry, but I don't like that call. Not for the Super Bowl, man. His hand on his back had no effect on his route.
Skip. Now Skip's agreeing with LeBron. Now you're agreeing with LeBron, Skip?
Take the outcome at the end. Damn. By the way, I have no horse in the race, just my professional opinion. Thank you, Mr. James, for closing the case.
Can I disagree with LeBron?
Yeah, well, you better.
How about this here?
Yeah.
Well, I agree. That's why the officials swallowed the whistle when Jason Tatum fouled you. Officials should not have thrown the flag in that moment. That game was too good to be marred by a penalty by Jason Tatum at the end. You see, LeBron lost his mind because why, Skip? Why? He got fouled by Jason Tatum in the closing seconds. So under that scenario,
it was blatant. The whole world said it was blatant. Nobody in the world, nobody said. I don't know about that one.
I want to know more about the game, bro.
Because you had a 10-point lead. Skip, at the end of the day, and I have the utmost respect for Greg Olsen. He played the position I played. As a matter of fact, I saw him at Super Bowl.
And by the way, I'm going to double down on this. He was really good this year. Like, really, really good.
I'm going to take your word for it.
Yes.
Because I haven't heard. But Skip, you cannot officiate a game saying, well, because the game is a playoff game, or the game is this, and it's in the waning seconds, swallow your whistle when a penalty has been, when a foul has been committed.
I don't care. First quarter, overtime, second quarter, fourth quarter, I don't care. I'm not throwing a flag on that. It's just hands on.
All right, bro. Fuck, I want to know the rest of the game. Talk about Kadarius Toney kick return. Talk about Patrick Mahomes, bro.
No, the Eagles defense lost the Super Bowl for the Eagles.
And who called that all for 2 weeks? Who kept calling it? Somebody sat across from me for 2 straight weeks saying, the Eagles are the much deeper team. Baloney, they are. That's the biggest crock you've ever tried to sell me on this show.
The defense is like...
What did I tell you about from the start?
What about the offense, though?
I know.
What about the offense, though? Can someone tell me about that offense?
I thought he would do. I predicted it from top to bottom what Jalen Hurts would do. But I said that The Eagles defense allowed 40 points at Dallas on Christmas Eve. I said they're flawed, they're gettable, they're torchable, and that Brandon Ayuk told the truth last week when he said they're going to get exposed. And I told you yesterday on our show, pre-game show yesterday on Big Fox, I said, Jalen Hurts is going to have to rise above his defense, because if his defense is on the field for too long, Mahomes will have his way, because that pass rush is the most overrated pass rush in the history of football. They were supposed to be on a historic pace. They could pass the 85 Bears if they get 3 sacks today. And I'm saying they didn't even breathe on Patrick Mahomes, because his offensive line led the league in pass block win rate.
And the Eagles' defensive line led the league in pass rush win rate.
I don't know. Did you see any wins yesterday?
Skip, they did everything you said. You said that Jalen Hurts needed to be somewhere between like 9 or 15. He was 11 of 18. He was 13.
That works,
he was 13 of 20 on 3rd and 4th down.
Okay.
You said time of possession needed to be 35 to 25. It was 36-24. So they did everything. But Skip, that's why I told you it was going to be a high-scoring game, because I thought the defenses, both of the defenses, I was surprised. The one thing that surprised me, Skip, was Kansas City's ability to stop the run. You got to be surprised by that, because outside of Jalen Hurts' scrambles.
Hey, what did I tell you going in? Pacheco was the best running back on the field, except for Jalen Hurts. But as far as running backs went, is there anybody? Did you see Miles Sanders yesterday? Did you see Gainwell? They're not that good.
No, Skip. I disagree with you, because Miles Sanders had over 1,200 yards. But I don't know. Something happened. I mean, the first play of the game, he fumbled the ball. They got a big hit on him. But and they seem to have went with Gainwell, and they went with Boston as opposed to Miles Sanders. So I'm sure it will come out. Something's going to come out, because I was surprised that he didn't get more opportunities.
Didn't you love what Pacheco did? They had 158 yards rushing.
And think about it, Skip. 26 rushes, 27 pass attempts. Patrick Mahomes, they scored 38 points. They had the ball 8 times. So if you look at it, if Buckner doesn't miss that field goal, they score on 6 of those 8 possessions. That's why when I went back, that's why I thought it was going to be a high-scoring game, because, look, what about your guy Reddick? Did you hear Reddick's name called yesterday?
No, I did not.
What about Sweat? What about Brandon Graham?
I saw Sweat get one rush on Mahomes that was legit.
Brown wiped him out. And if you look at one of the scrambles that Mahomes got to the right, Wiley is mauling Hassan Reddick. I'm talking about mauling him.
He was.
They should have called a cop. They should have threw a flag on that. Assault with intent to do bodily harm.
How about big play Slay? I think he didn't play Slay. I couldn't find him.
Well, I don't know if he had MVS, because Skip, it was late in the third quarter before he completed a pass to Juju, to the wide receivers. Prior to that, everything was either to the running backs or it was to Travis Kelce.
I told y'all in the prediction the running backs are going to have a big game, man. They can get their running backs
involved. They got an incompletion trying to throw to the other tight end. So then all of a sudden, the receivers like, hold on, wait a minute. Look at all their receivers getting the ball. Look at Devontae, and look at A.J. Brown, and look at all these guys getting the ball. Let me get me some of that. Okay, then Juju come. And then Kadarius Toney ran the same route. It's something from that formation that Kansas City saw, Skip. Both times you saw Toney do it to one side, Sky Moore. They bring the double gut blitz. The guys know they got to get over the top, because it's blitz coming. Option back out. I'm talking about wide open. But Skip, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to disagree with LeBron. And I understand the Eagles' frustration. I think every side, if you're Eagles, you say let that go. If you're Kansas City, you say that was a flag.
Okay.
I don't really have a dog in the fight. Hell, Skip, I played in Denver. Kansas City was one of our division rivals. So
I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Exactly.
I hate the Eagles. Neither of us have a dog in the fight.
So, but I think, for me, that was a penalty. And I don't think the time of the game or the magnitude of the game should dictate whether a penalty is thrown or not.
Okay, we agreed to disagree on that.
Okay.
So the single biggest reason to you that the Chiefs won that Super Bowl was?
My homeboy had to be great in the second half, and he was better than great. I don't know if there's something, what is better than great? Because he was 13 or 14, 93%. And
sick right now. I love you, Tyreek,
93%.
He tweeted Mahomes
for 93 yards.
At halftime.
But here's the thing, Skip. The Eagles was taking so much time off the clock. He had to score every possession. If he doesn't score every possession,
bro. It felt like Mahomes wasn't getting the ball in the first time. That's why I was like sitting there and I was like, that's why it felt like there was no hope, because I wasn't even seeing Mahomes on the field.
17 plays. Do you know how much time runs off a clock, Skip? They couldn't get off the field on third down. Skip, and they weren't picking up just 3rd and 3 threes. They picked up 3rd and 14. They picked up 3rd and 11. They picked up 3rd and 9. Who in the hell picks up 3rd and 9, 3rd and 14, 3rd and 11 continuously, consistently? The Eagles did yesterday. Patrick Mahomes knew that. He's hobbled. They tried to maim my man, but he on one leg. But you see, you see when the money needed, they shoved the money to the middle of the table. That's what you love to say about Tom Brady. He took that ball. You ain't never seen a quarterback run like that.
Yes, sir.
Tom Brady could never pick him up and put him down like old my homeboy.
He never needed to.
Now, look at this. Look at this, Skip. Look at it. Pull it away from folks. Pull it away.
That ankle was pretty good.
No, don't do that, Skip. Hold on. No, hold on. I'm going to go back to what you said. You said that you sprained your ankle on some running shoes, but you was able to chug along, go right ahead.
Because you know and I know, and he said after the game, it's okay running straight ahead. It's when you have to plant and cut, you can't. Because it is just too stinging painful. Okay? I get all that. All right. Patrick Mahomes was very good in the second half.
No, he was great.
But he was an all-time great in the second half.
Oh,
and I think
my
you're
goodness.
overlooking what he did. Because to throw for only 93 yards in the second half is not as sensational as Brady against Seattle's Legion of Boom. That was 124 in the fourth quarter. Or Brady coming back from 28-3 down against the Atlanta Falcons in that Super Bowl. That was 246 yards by Brady in the fourth quarter and overtime.
But in order to get an opportunity, Skip, you have to have the ball. Look how little he actually possessed the ball. Skip, the man scored 38 points with 24 minutes time of possession. Who does that?
Well, he did it against that defense that I first guessed, because I told you they got to play the New York Football Giants in the first playoff game at home. And the Giants were overachieving all year, which is why Brian Daboll won Coach of the Year, and I give it to him. He deserved it. Then they got to play the San Francisco 49ers without a quarterback because Brock Purdy was gone.
It definitely was an easy road for the
And
Eagles.
Ayuk said, we were going to expose them, and we lost our quarterback. And that's exactly what happened. So whatever time Patrick Mahomes had the ball yesterday, he was going to do severe damage on a defense that was wildly, dramatically overrated.
Defense is good,
I kept telling you, I have
they're
no
good.
idea
Where's
how
Mahomes?
the Eagles
I'm telling
are
you.
a 1.5 favorite in this
the
game.
defense is
Because
good. I mean, I don't think they're
tried
like
to first guess it, close my
I think
eyes
they're top
before I
five.
saw the
I think
first
they're top
spread,
five
and I
defense
said
in the league right
Kansas
now,
City
like,
should be a 4 or 5
for
point
very
favorite.
least maybe top seven.
Well, they have the two best offensive players in Mahomes and Kelsey, and they both now they're playing in their third Super Bowl, so experience was all on their side. Chris Jones is the best defensive player on the field, and he didn't have a great game, but he is the anchor of that defensive line. And by the way, they did not run them out of the park as a lot of people thought they were.
I thought they was. Jalen Hurts' legs and a lot of that skill was scrambled.
It was. I agree. So the point was, Jalen Hurts had to be extraordinary yesterday, and I was so proud of him. I've been a fan of his since his days at Alabama and the 1 year he spent at the University of Oklahoma, because his father raised him the right way. He's got as great a football backbone as I've ever seen, and in his first Super Bowl, I thought he played well enough to be the second player ever to win MVP as a losing quarterback, okay? Because my guy Chuck Howley, who just got elected to the Hall of Fame on honors night, as we knew, on last Thursday night, he's a linebacker who got...
he's the MVP
I'm
curse
pretty
or
sure the
whatever.
vote was already in because my Cowboys lost to Baltimore on a walk-off field goal, 16-13, and Chuck Howley, a linebacker, not a big star, but a very good player.
Yeah, he was a good player.
And as a senior candidate, he deserves to be in your Hall of Fame. But again, I thought Jalen made a strong case that he could have been the MVP in this game because he threw for 304 yards. He ran for 3 touchdowns and threw for another touchdown. No quarterback in the history of this game has ever done that. No quarterback in the history of the Super Bowl has ever run for as many as 70 yards in a game, and he did that. And I loved the way he bounced back and fought back and bounced back and fought back all game long. And it started with Andy Reid wins the coin flip, and you and I agree. I don't know why you divert.
I think I've had it bad enough. I just want to see if they talk
late in the year with the Eagles defense that caused me some concern. And I think we...
Hey, dog. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling about this, man. Let me know how y'all feeling about this NFL season.
If the corner, but he's a rookie. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He's a rookie. He misplayed it.
I love the throw. And then Patrick faces a 3rd and 8 at the 27. And this is the one pass that I thought was was bad old Patrick, where he got a little careless with the football and tried to force one, and the game was starting to change. This is early in the second quarter, where he forces one to Juju in the middle of the field, and it's pretty shaky.
And Juju got held?
Holding call.
That's the
they don't want to talk about when he got held on that play, which was 1,000% holding, not even close. They don't want to talk about that, though. They don't want to talk about that. He got held on that shit, 100%.
He saw it. Slay actually had him
put him in motion.
Yep.
So now it changes you because you want him on the ups.
Because that is a really hard, good throw right over the shoulder to a guy who's virtually uncoverable.
Yeah. Kelsey did a great job of not allowing the DB to score. Is that when you have the momentum, how much...
A deep throw to Quez Watkins, who's the weakest link of those receivers, as you know from the Monday night game when he got stripped.
That Quez Watkins, you have to catch that.
Here's the throw to
Quez. You got to catch that. It was a tough catch. It was really hard. But you kind of have to catch that, you know? I think that you should
have to catch this, because if you do,
I think
it's going to be 7
points. You got to catch that type. But I understand why you couldn't catch it. It was a really tough catch, but kind of had to catch that. It was a good ball. It was a good ball. And Watkins is fast.
I got to beat him to the point, Skip, because if you run the shallow cross, you see?
Because his longest pass of the day was 22 yards. What it was Kadarius Toney has the longest punt return in Super Bowl history. If we could see this, is 10 minutes and a half left, 10.5 minutes left in the game. And if you let Toney, he reversed field on a low punt, which gave him a chance to see the field.
It was a bad punt, too.
Once he gets the wall, and he didn't hit the wall, he ran right
past
once
he
the wall,
cut, and went 5 yards, to the right side.
Thank you very much.
There was 7 Eagles behind him on the other side, bro.
So you want to talk about a short field, easy, quick touchdown? And that's the one to Sky Moore that we just saw.
Right.
Okay, well, that's a huge play that doesn't really count in the stats because it's just terrible. You cannot give up that.
It might be the number 1 biggest play of the Super Bowl.
Jalen lost a scoop and score fumble.
Yeah.
Then Quez drops what would have set up a 7-point drive instead of a 3-point drive.
I mean,
and then they give up the longest punt return in history and give him a 5-yard touchdown. Well, the Chiefs are too good.
Right.
You're going to lose the game if you do those 3 things.
Sometimes, Skip, you got to get a spark from someone you don't expect it. You expect Mahomes to play well. You expect Kelsey to play well. I don't know if you necessarily factored in a 65-yard punt return from Kadarius Toney.
No, and Travis Kelce said after the game, and he was kind of kidding, but kind of not.
Yeah.
Tell me that Kadarius Toney wasn't the greatest midseason pickup in the history of the NFL. Well, they think so because what did he run out of? He's 4.3, right? I mean, he can just fly.
Let's go. I'm a Giants fan, but I love that. And I love you, Kadarius Toney. I'm a Giants fan, but I love that.
You expect Mahomes to play well.
Yeah.
You expect Kelsey to play well.
Let's go.
I don't know if you necessarily factored in a 65-yard punt return from Kadarius Toney.
No, and Travis Kelce said after the game, and he was kind of kidding, but kind of not.
Yeah.
Tell me that Kadarius Toney wasn't the greatest midseason pickup in the history of the NFL.
Yes, sir.
Well, they think so because what did he run out of? He's 4.3.
Yeah,
right? I mean, he can just
he was a first-round pick, and I think they gave him a 4th or 5th rounder to get him.
I got him.
And the thing, and Skip, he knows one thing: have to be in there for half the year. And he's gonna give me opportunity.
Yeah.
He's gonna give me opportunities that I didn't get in New York. And so now guys are excited. Skip in the Super Bowl. He let the skill position do ring around the rosy again. Skip in the Super Bowl, really?
But it's who he is, what he does.
And they love it.
Yeah,
and
he loves it because it polishes his genius. Oh, Andy's at it again.
He called a master. That game plan he called yesterday.
I know.
That's a masterpiece.
I would like to give Eric Bieniemy some credit for it, but I don't know how to because it's just hard. Because Andy is Andy, and he has become the most beloved coach in the history of the NFL. Help me out. Is there?
Because what's not like him, Skip? He has a great personality.
Let me know your thoughts. Maybe I can drive crazy, but congratulations to the Chiefs, man. I can't believe it's over. I've checked so many off-season videos, man. I appreciate all the support. Mahomes, the best quarterback ever. Catch y'all.